Spicing up a classic deck, of course. Yeah. So, a rundown in case anybody missed round one. This Pox deck is running Innocent Bloods. It's running Duress, Funeral Charm, Dark Ritual, Bottomless Pit, The Rack, Curse Scroll, and the original Ice Age Pox. The original card Pox. In the Standstill list, Predict Still, Jason has labeled it. Swords of Plowshares, Standstill, Counterspell, Portent, Stifles, Memory Lapses, Predict, and then it has the Decree of Justices, Wrath of Gods, and as far as win cons, we have Mishra's Factories, Fairy Conclaves, and of course the Decree of Justices. There's a Humility in the main. I don't know if that'll be relevant in this particular matchup, but it is there. And I think that wraps up the deck tech for that. Okay, back to the players here. Did we lose a player?
I have 6. I lost your feed for a second, but it looks like it's back up.
Okay.
I have 6 cards.
Six cards.
Go with Ritual.
Oh, Memory Lapse.
It's pretty good.
I don't take it.
It goes to the top of your library. If it's
Oh,
counter, it's not Memory Leak. Yeah.
Remember, yes, it's counter target spell.
Yeah, counter target spell. Put that spell on top of its owner's library.
Gotcha.
Memory Lapse, now a historic staple. Being reprinted in Strixhaven Mystical Archives.
Ritual.
Sure.
Another ritual.
That looks silly.
Pox.
Pox will resolve. Remind me.
Okay, so first is life. So we both go down to 13 because it's a third rounded up.
Okay.
Then we both discard third of our hand rounded up. I have 2 cards in hand, so that would be 1. And you have 4 left?
I have 5 left, so I'll discard 2.
I'll discard a Wasteland.
I'll discard
Not able to see Jason's hand, but doesn't sound like he's pleased about discarding any particular card right here. Brian doesn't have any mana floating.
Discard Standstill and Decree.
Okay. And then we each sack a land because we both have 3 lands.
Yep.
And I will pass turn.
Outercar Waste got sacked there and a swamp.
Draw. I'll predict you and name Dark Ritual.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'll play a Dark Waste. I'll tap it, and I'll cast Portent targeting you.
Okay, so you go to 12.
Yep, I'll go to 12. If it's
right.
possible to show me the cards without seeing them yourself, great. Otherwise,
I'll kind of turn my head away. Can you see them?
I can. Okay. So if you can turn them over, and put the middle card on the bottom.
On the bottom.
Okay, and then put them back like that.
Okay, will do.
And then I'll draw on your upkeep.
Yep. You pass the turn.
Yep.
They did it.
Okay. On top.
They did it, everybody.
I'm going to go Swamp. I play Plague Spitter.
Sure.
Plague Spitter.
Okay. And I will pass turn.
Card looked good last round.
Draw. I'll predict you and name Bottomless Pit.
Okay. Final split is named.
That's the most impressive thing you've seen.
I'll play a plains and pass.
Yeah,
Five.
portents are $12,000 now. In
Everyone-
case anybody didn't
Everything
know.
will get 1 damage from Plague Splitter.
Yep.
You go to 11. I go to 12.
Yep.
Okay. Draw. I will activate Factory and swing for
Sure.
4.
Go to 7.
And I will pass turn. 1 card in hand.
Yep. Draw.
So did I, actually. Portenting your opponent on webcam is not fun.
Play a Flooded Strand and I'll pass.
Okay. Tap. Spitter trigger. You go
Yep.
to 6. I go to 11. Draw for turn.
Plague Spitter looking good.
Activate Factory. Spitter. Swing for 4.
I'll crack the Flooded Strand to 5.
Yep.
I'm going to see a Cycle Decree of Justice here.
Find an island.
Solitude? Just kidding.
I will cycle Decree of Justice and pay 2. And draw for the decree.
Yep.
Go to blocks.
Yep.
Block the Plague Spitter.
Yeah. They die. It gets a
Yep,
damage.
so
For
I'll
when
go
they-
to 3 on combat damage and then 2 off the trigger.
Yep. And you're at 2.
I'm at 2.
I land for turn and pass. 1 card.
Okay.
1 card in hand for Brian.
Draw. Go ahead.
I will activate Factory and swing.
I will dismantling blow it. No kicker.
What does dismantling blow do again?
Destroy target artifact or enchantment. If the kicker cost is paid, draw 2 cards.
What is that? How many cards do you have in hand?
I have 5.
All right, I'm going to
5
ritual.
in hand.
That's fine.
Bottomless pit.
Memory lapse.
Memory
That goes back
lapse
on the
pretty
top of
good.
the library,
Back
and,
on top. Yep.
and I'll pass turn with no cards in hand.
Alright, untap. Draw.
One of the players has Discord pings. That's not me. We'll talk about that between rounds.
Island for a standstill.
You got it.
Standstill pretty good. Standstill slightly iffy if your opponent has Mishra's Factories in their deck,
Draw.
but
And pass back.
I think we're just at that point.
Pass with 5.
Draw. I'll pass for 2.
I cannot stress this enough. Jason is one of the top players you'll see playing on this channel. Jason is a master Death and Taxes and Depths player in Legacy, and just an all-around solid player in all formats. Watch out for Jason.
Standstill trigger.
Yep.
Draw 3. I'll memory lapse the curse scroll.
I will pass turn.
Tap. Draw.
Yeah, Jason is a really good player.
Cards.
As some of you who have watched this channel on a regular basis know, we've had ongoing competitive brackets on the channel, especially over the time of the pandemic, basically, since people have been home playing on webcam. And Jason's been one of the most dominant players, continuously taking it down and playing against top Legacy players from around the world. Here's Porter.
Plague Spitter when it dies or leaves play.
When it dies, when it goes to the graveyard from the battlefield.
Okay. Put them back like that. I will be drawing on your upkeep. I'm going to play a Dust Bowl as my land for the turn. And
Dust Bowl. I don't know why I think that's funny, but I do.
use the Dust Bowl to activate the Mishra's Factory and attack you for 2.
I go to 9.
I had you at 10 off the Plague Spirit to trigger when it died.
Oh, you're right.
So you go to 8.
8.
And I'll pass to you. And on your upkeep, I'll draw.
Okay.
It's true. Playing on webcam is a lot harder than playing face to face for many reasons.
Discard a Wrath of God.
First scroll.
Counterspell.
Pass turn.
Draw.
Yeah, you're right about Bowl. That sounds good.
Play a Fairy Conclave. Tap Island and Dust Bowl for a Standstill. And I'll pass with 4.
Yes.
Standstill trigger.
Mm.
Standstill trigger resolves.
Duress is fine. I have a Stifle, a Counterspell, a Plow, a Predict, a Conclave, and a Flooded Strand.
All right. I'll take one of the counter spells.
Sure.
Pass turn.
I'll predict targeting you. I'll name Swamp.
Wasteland.
Draw 1. I'm going to pick up Counterspell, Stifle,
Yeah,
Flooded
that's fine.
Strand, and Conclave. Draw. Play Fairy Conclave. I'll port and target you.
Yeah.
I had Premodern Reanimator Wired Hyena. It's a good deck. It's fun. Up here's the Portin happening again.
Back over, the order they're in is good.
Okay.
And I'll draw on your upkeep.
Okay.
I will tap the Dust Bowl to animate the factory.
Yep.
And attack for 2.
All right. I go to 6.
Go to 6. And I will pass the turn. And in your upkeep, draw.
Bottomless pit.
Cards.
I have 1 card in hand.
I'll counterspell.
And pass back. Pass to you.
Tap. Draw. Tap 2 to animate a conclave.
Yep.
Tap 2 to animate a conclave. Tap 1 to animate factory. Attack for 6.
And you got it.
Yep.
Is Animate Dead legal? I believe it is. Yeah, Animate Dead is legal. So also on the pre-modern ban list, Brainstorm is banned, Entomb is banned, Force of Will, Grim Monolith banned. Show and Tell is banned. Strip Mine. Tendrils of Agony is banned. Windfall. World Gorger Dragon is banned. Those cards are all banned in pre-modern that are legal in Legacy. I think I named some cards that are banned in Legacy, but whatever. You get what I'm saying. Okay, game 2 is underway here. Duress to start the game, and it looks like a Predict was discarded. Swamp and another Duress. Counterspell, Memory Lapse, Annul, a Darker Wastes, and a Mishra's Factory. So Annul gets taken out by Duress. And here's the Rack.
We'll play Mishra's Factory and pass.
Mishra's Factory, pass.
Okay, Wasteland, waste the factory.
Float a colorless.
Okay, we'll move to combat.
Sure.
Activate
Yep.
factory and swing.
18.
And pass turn.
I'll play a Dark Our Waste and pass.
And factory.
Sure.
Activate this factory and swing.
Yep.
I'll pump it.
In response, I'll take a damage to plow it. You'll gain 2.
Here. 22, you go to 17.
Yep.
All right. Pass turn.
Pretty good. Things looking good for Jason
Play
here.
Flooded Strand and pass.
Unfortunately, saw the card drawn for turn.
Wasteland. Activate factory and swing.
15.
And pass turn. How many cards in here?
Before I draw, I have 4 now. I'll draw to 5.
Okay.
Flooded Strand pass.
Draw.
I think there were 2 counterspells in Jason's
Activate
hand.
factory and swing.
13.
Pass turn. 4 in hand.
Deck lister and the cardboard
Pass it
live
five.
overlay.
Activate factory and swing.
11.
And a memory lapse. Yep.
Pass turn.
Pass with 6.
Alright.
Saw another land drawn.
Activate factory and swing.
I'll fetch Flooded Strand to 10. I'll find a Plains and cast Swords to Plowshares.
Okay.
You go to 24.
4. And then I will take Swamp. Dark Ritual. And
I'm gonna Memory Lapse the Dark Ritual.
okay. And it's Memory Lapse. Okay.
My go?
I'll pass turn.
Brian, just be careful when you're drawing cards. You flashed a card on the screen there before.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
I will pass with 5.
4. Mhm.
4 cards in hand for Brian, 5 in hand for Jason. The rack hasn't hit anybody yet, I don't think, this game.
I will pass turn.
Island pass.
Alright.
Brian has to hurry up and do something, I feel, or Jason will definitely win this game.
First scroll.
That's going to get countered.
I will Memory Lapse the Curse Scroll.
Okay. Alright, you have 20. Is that a fetch that's
Yeah,
open?
I have a Flooded Strand up and an island and a Plains. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
And I will pass turn.
Predict target you.
Yep.
Or Curse Scroll.
Yep.
Let's predict.
Tap. Draw.
Force of Phil likes predict.
I'll port and target myself.
Jason gave up on targeting the opponent with Portent. Now just correct to target himself to avoid the webcam inconvenience. That predict was savage, I agree.
Put them back like that. Tap a Dark Oasis and Plains, taking a damage to 9. I'll cast Meddling Mage.
Yep.
Meddling Mage. What do you name here?
Cards in hand?
I have 5 cards in hand.
5 cards in hand. One of them is Dark Ritual.
I don't know what you name here. What would you name, chat? Meddling Mage.
I'll name Dark Ritual.
Yeah.
Okay. Name's the known
Go
card.
to your upkeep and I'll draw for a Portent.
How many cards do you have in hand?
I have 4 before I draw on your upkeep. Now I have 5.
Curse Scroll.
Negator.
Phyrexian Negator.
I'll fetch to 8.
Probably getting countered here. I think there was still at least one counter spell left in Jason's hand.
And cast Counterspell.
Yep.
I will then target the Meddling Mage with Spitting Darkness, removing Duress, Stress, and Negator.
Sure. You gain 3.
Yep. I got a 27.
Yep.
All right. Pass turn.
Spinning Darkness, everybody.
Play an island and pass the turn.
Passing the turn. Yeah, mono black life gain, yeah.
Box.
Absorb.
You go to
Gain
11.
3 life to 11.
Fact or fiction?
Pass turn.
Slightly different engine in this deck, I think. Yeah, Karma. Is Karma in the deck?
Tap 2 for
Or
Powder Keg.
are you just naming a card?
You got a Powder Keg.
Yeah, Karma's not in the deck. It's Powder Keg.
2 for Standstill. I have 2 cards in hand.
One of them's Counterspell, I think.
I'll pass to you.
Oh.
Standstill and Powder Keg. The Powder Keg prepared to blow up the rack if needed.
I'll pass with 4 cards in hand.
Tap. I'll leave Powder Keg on 0. I'll take a damage off the rack. Is the rack? It's upkeep, right? Not draw?
It's on your upkeep.
Okay. So I'll take a damage off the rack and draw to 3 cards in hand. I'll pass with 3.
One of my favorite cards versus black was Compost. Have you played with Compost?
Go with Pops.
Standstill trigger.
Yep.
Has to be a
Counterspell.
counter here. There you go.
We'll pass turn with 3 in hand.
Nobody likes compost. Amazing tutor target, yeah.
Dark Hour Waste. Pass with 5.
With 4.
End of turn, cycle Decree, and pay 4 mana.
Yep.
Okay. Decree makes 4 soldiers.
Draw. So I'm just going to put a die on these tokens. Damn it, did I have 4 of them? Go to my turn.
Yep.
4 soldiers.
Powder Keg. Can go up to 1. Draw. Attack for 4.
All right, go to 23.
Play a Mistress Factory. Tap Plains and Factory for Seal of Cleansing. And tap the 2 of Dark Hour Waste for Powder Keg.
All right.
Pass to you.
Another powder keg.
Ritual.
Ritual's good.
Ritual is good.
Plague Spitter.
Plague Spitter.
That was a reason to take up my kegs.
Uh-oh.
Plague Spitter's good.
Okay, I'll pass with 3 cards in hand.
Tap. I'll go to 2. I'll leave this on 0. Draw.
Yeah, good against soldiers for sure.
I'll port and target you.
Yeah.
Yep, here's another webcam portent. Curse Scroll,
If
Swamp
you
Wasteland.
flip them over, leave them in that order.
Mm.
Another Predict.
Tap Factory and Island. Predict, target you, and name Curse Scroll.
Pretty
You
good.
got it.
Draw 2.
Next 2 cards on top are lands. For Brian.
I'll attack for 4.
And I'll block 1 with the Plague Splitter.
Sure.
I take 3.
Take 3.
Down to 20.
Down to 20. And I will pass to your upkeep.
Okay, and then Plague Spreader will trigger and
Yep.
kill 1 damage to everything.
Yep, I draw from my portent as well.
Yep.
And then, yes, my tokens will die. I'll go to 9, you go to 19.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye, tokens.
Draw. 1 per turn. And I will swing for 2 with the Plague Splitter.
Yeah, that's fine.
You
Go
guys,
to 7.
Chasing down to
And
7.
I will pass turn.
I will
14 minutes
predict
on the clock.
you name Wasteland.
Got it.
Wow, so lucky. Untap. Plague Spitter is 3 CMC, right?
Yes.
All
Correct.
right, take this 1 to 3.
Mhm.
Draw.
All right, Plague Spitter in range of the powder keg now. Powder keg on 3. The
I'll
first powder keg.
Port and target you.
Wasteland, Negator, Curse Scroll. Pretty good cards on top.
If you flip them over and put the bottom card on top. And I'm sorry, just flip them over one more time and make sure that I have that right. Yep, perfect.
Important.
I will crack the powder keg on 3. Go to 6.
Get the damage. Yep. Go to 6. Go to 18.
Curse Scroll,
Tap
land,
2.
Negator on top.
Tap 2 for another powder keg.
Mm-hmm.
Another powder keg.
Tap 2 for Standstill. Play a Coastal Tower tapped. Pass with 3 cards and 3 mana.
Draw.
Another Standstill down.
First scroll.
Standstill trigger.
Jason drawing a lot of cards from Standstills. I guess the Standstills stayed in.
I'll cast a null.
A null on the Curse Scroll.
And pass turn with 3 in hand.
Countered. So now it's land and Negator on top for Brian.
Powder keg will go up. They're both going to go up. I'll draw.
Yeah, a lot of kegs and predicts.
Tap. Plains Coastal Tower. Cast Meddling Mage.
Got it.
I'll name.
What do you name here? Let me see if I could come up with what I would name first. Maybe Phyrexian Negator? We know it's on
I'll
top.
name Phyrexian Negator.
Okay.
There you go.
I'll play Dark Waste. Tap. A Dark Waste and Island for Standstill.
Yep.
Tap a Dark Waste, activate Mishra's Factory. Attack for 2.
I'll waste the Mishra's Factory.
I'll pass to you.
Okay.
Yep. Draw. Wasteland. And pass with 3. How many cards do you have in hand?
I have 3.
Okay. Pass with 3 cards in hand.
I'll tap, go to 2, and leave this one on 1. Draw. Play a Flooded Strand, attack for 2.
I go to 16.
Go ahead.
Meddling Mage getting in there.
And I will pass with 4 cards in hand.
Tap. Draw. Attack for 2.
14.
Play a Mishra's Factory and pass to you.
1 for turn. And pass turn.
Animate the factory. Attack for 4.
I'll waste the factory.
Sure. You go to 12.
Yep.
Yeah, 6 more attacks.
And draw. I'll pass with 5 cards in hand.
5 cards in hand.
Attack for 2.
Yep. I'm done.
Pass with 5.
Draw.
5 more attacks. Phyrexian Negator is in hand, most likely, and can't be cast.
Curse scroll.
Standstill trigger.
Standstill trigger. There's got to be a counter for this, right? There's no way he doesn't have a counter.
Island of Dark Waste. Memory Lapse.
Most annoying one of all.
Second rack.
Sure.
And pass turn.
Check for 2.
Go to 8.
Tap Island Plains. Cast Standstill.
Another Standstill.
Pass with
Jeez.
7.
All right.
How many cards are left in Jason's
Wonder what I'm
library? I
gonna
want to
draw.
know.
Go scroll.
Standstill trigger.
Yeah, he
Little
can easily
counterspell.
deal with the curse scroll.
Yep.
Counterspell.
And pass with 4 cards in hand.
Tap. Draw. Play Fairy Conclave. Attack for 2.
Down to 6.
3 more
9
attacks with Manly Mage.
cards. Go to discard.
7 minutes left on
Dark
the
Waste,
clock, chat.
Light Strand.
All right.
I feel like Brian has
Dark
very little
Ritual?
odds of winning. Dark Ritual.
Sure.
Potato.
What is that?
Plague Spitter.
Plague Spitter. Plague Spitter's fine.
I call it a potato.
Yeah, that resolves.
All right. Pass turn.
I will plow the Plague Spitter.
Back.
2.
Gain 2. I go back up to 8.
Yep. Untap.
Fairy Conclave online now, so should be only 2 attacks to end the game.
Play an island. Tap 2 to animate my conclave. Attack you for 4.
Yep. I go down to 4.
I'll pass to you.
All right.
Quite a slow death here for Brian. Nothing will resolve here.
Powder keg.
Powder keg is fine.
All right. And I will.
Nothing
sir.
of consequence anyway.
We'll tap Plains into a Dark Arrow Waste to Dismantling Blow the Powder Keg.
Yep.
Play a Mistress Factory, tap Island Factory to animate my Conclave and attack you for 4.
And you got it.